Have you ever found yourself ruminating, wondering how you ended up agreeing to something you initially didn't want? You questioned why certain conversations leave you feeling as if you're in a fog, doubting your own thoughts. It could be that you're being subtly manipulated without even realizing it. In this interconnected world, we're constantly interacting with different people, each with their own intentions and methods. Often these interactions are harmless or even enriching, but what happens when others' intentions become dark and their methods manipulative? Today, we're delving into the complex and often hidden world of manipulation. This video isn't just a simple talk. It's a revelation, a journey towards understanding the 10 most subtle and powerful forms of manipulation, and most importantly, how you can defend yourself against them. Why is this knowledge crucial? Because we live in an era where manipulation doesn't just come from the people around us, but also from larger omnipresent structures like media and social networks. Knowing these techniques isn't just an act of self-protection. It's a step towards greater autonomy and personal freedom. Today, we will guide you through this labyrinth, showing you how to recognize and neutralize these tactics, from gaslighting that makes you question your reality to emotional manipulation that plays with your deepest feelings. Together, we'll unravel these strategies, providing you with the tools to maintain your power and make decisions that truly reflect your desires and needs. Join us on this journey of discovery and empowerment. If you're new here, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. Number 1. Emotional manipulation. It's a subtle yet potent force that operates within the intricate labyrinth of human relationships, akin to a chess match played out in the recesses of your mind. In this metaphorical landscape, your emotions serve as the pieces while your thoughts form the intricate board where maneuvers unfold. Imagine navigating through an enchanted forest where each tree symbolizes a different emotion. Joy radiates warmth, fear casts looming shadows, and guilt hangs heavy like low-hanging branches, all vulnerable to being shaken by external influences that disrupt your inner equilibrium. Understanding the nuances of emotional manipulation is paramount because it often wears a cloak of disguise, camouflaging itself in gestures of concern from a friend, expressions of affection from a partner, or even in the loaded silence of a colleague. The manipulator operates like a skilled illusionist, adept at redirecting your attention away from their true motives through seemingly innocuous actions, or carefully chosen words that gradually ensnare you in a web of doubt and uncertainty. One of the most common tactics employed in emotional manipulation is guilt. Picture a scenario where a friend asks for a favor that inconveniences you or goes against your principles. Upon politely declining, they respond with a heavy sigh and a crestfallen expression, subtly conveying disappointment and implying a breach in your friendship. "I thought I could count on you," they might say, leaving you grappling with feelings of selfishness and self-doubt for prioritizing your own needs over theirs. Similarly insidious is the use of fear as a manipulation tool. Rather than overtly stating consequences, a manipulator might subtly hint at potential negative outcomes if you don't comply with their wishes or heed their advice. It's akin to navigating through darkness where their guidance is the only flicker of light, fostering a dependency on their perspective and instilling fear of straying from their prescribed path. So, how does one shield themselves against such covert tactics? Self-awareness stands as the first line of defense. Just as a gardener intimately knows each plant in their garden, understanding your own emotional landscape, what triggers joy, sadness, anger, or fear, empowers you to recognize when someone attempts to manipulate your feelings. Let's consider a scenario involving financial manipulation within a close-knit group of friends. Imagine you have a friend, John, who often suggests expensive outings and activities that stretch your budget. He subtly implies that participating in these events is essential for maintaining the group's camaraderie and your social status within it. John's manipulation tactic revolves around financial pressure and social influence. He might say things like, "Come on, everyone else is going," or "You don't want to miss out on this experience," subtly insinuating that your financial constraints are less important compared to the perceived benefits of joining in. Over time, you find yourself agreeing to outings and expenditures beyond your means to avoid being seen as a buzzkill or excluded from the group. This form of manipulation can create financial strain and undermine your ability to prioritize your financial well-being. It places undue pressure on you to conform to the group's spending habits and social expectations, potentially leading to debt or financial insecurity as you struggle to keep up with expenses that aren't sustainable for your income level. Recognizing and addressing financial manipulation involves asserting your financial boundaries and communicating openly with your friends about your limitations and priorities. It's essential to cultivate friendships that respect each other's financial situations and prioritize experiences that are enjoyable and affordable for everyone involved, fostering a supportive and inclusive social environment. Establishing clear boundaries constitutes the next crucial step. This isn't about erecting impenetrable walls, but rather about having doors that you can open or close as needed. Learning to assertively say no without succumbing to guilt and acknowledging the impossibility of perpetually pleasing everyone are vital components of maintaining emotional autonomy. Seeking balance in relationships is equally essential. Healthy interactions thrive on mutual respect and cooperation, akin to a harmonious dance where both parties contribute and compromise. If you find yourself constantly conforming to someone else's expectations or desires without reciprocity, it may be time to reassess the dynamics of that relationship. Lastly, transparent communication serves as a potent tool against emotional manipulation. While confronting manipulative behavior can be daunting, expressing your feelings honestly, whether it's discomfort with a situation or disagreement with someone's actions, can fundamentally alter the power dynamic. Embracing open dialogue fosters genuine connections built on trust and mutual understanding, countering the shadows of manipulation with clarity and authenticity. In conclusion, emotional manipulation thrives in the shadows but can be illuminated and neutralized through self-awareness, assertive boundaries, balanced relationships, and transparent communication. By cultivating these defenses, you reclaim agency over your emotions and steer the course of your life's journey like a skilled chess player navigating the complexities of the board. Remember, in the intricate game of life, you hold the reins to your own destiny, safeguarding your emotional well-being with wisdom and resilience. Number 2, beware of logical fallacies. In the realm of discourse and debate, logical fallacies can be deceptive pitfalls that undermine the integrity of arguments. They are akin to shimmering mirages in a desert, initially appearing as coherent and persuasive, but upon closer inspection, revealing themselves as illusory and misleading. A logical fallacy occurs when an argument lacks sound reasoning or a valid foundation, despite its initial appearance of coherence. These fallacies are pervasive in everyday communication and can subtly manipulate perceptions and decisions if not identified and countered. One of the most recognizable fallacies is the ad hominem attack, where the focus shifts from the substance of an argument to attacking the character or personal traits of the opponent. For instance, in a debate about policy, rather than addressing the merits of the proposal, one might resort to criticizing the opponent's appearance or personal history. This diversionary tactic aims to discredit the opponent rather than engage with the substantive issues, akin to throwing sand in someone's eyes to obscure their vision. Another prevalent fallacy is the hasty generalization, where sweeping conclusions are drawn from limited or anecdotal evidence. It's akin to observing a single instance and applying it universally, such as assuming all members of a group share the same characteristics based on a few examples. This fallacy perpetuates stereotypes and prejudices, fostering misunderstandings and false assumptions. The slippery slope fallacy operates on the premise that a small initial action will inevitably lead to drastic and undesirable consequences. For instance, suggesting that allowing a minor policy change will inevitably result in catastrophic outcomes without solid evidence to support such a claim. This fallacy preys on fear and exaggerates potential outcomes, manipulating perceptions of risk and consequence. A Stoic proverb that resonates with the theme of recognizing and avoiding logical fallacies is, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This statement, attributed to the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, emphasizes the Stoic principle of focusing on personal virtue and ethical action rather than engaging in fruitless debates or theoretical discussions. In the context of logical fallacies, this proverb encourages individuals to prioritize practical wisdom and ethical conduct in their interactions and arguments. Instead of getting caught up in debates that devolve into fallacious reasoning or distractions from the core issues, Stoicism advocates for embodying virtues such as honesty, fairness, and reasonableness in one's own behavior. For example, when confronted with the temptation to engage in a hasty generalization fallacy, drawing sweeping conclusions from limited evidence, a Stoic approach would emphasize the importance of seeking comprehensive understanding and avoiding snap judgments. Instead of hastily assuming broad patterns based on isolated incidents, a Stoic thinker would advocate for careful consideration of all available evidence and perspectives before forming conclusions. Moreover, the proverb encourages individuals to lead by example in ethical argumentation. Just as Stoics strive to embody virtues like justice and integrity in their actions, they also uphold these principles in their communication. Rather than engaging in ad hominem attacks or other forms of fallacious reasoning, Stoicism promotes respectful and reasoned discourse that focuses on the merits of ideas rather than personal attacks or distractions. Furthermore, the Stoic philosophy promotes self-mastery and emotional resilience, qualities that are essential in recognizing and countering logical fallacies. By cultivating inner strength and clarity of thought, Stoics are better equipped to remain steadfast in the face of fallacious arguments and to uphold their commitment to truth and reason. In essence, the Stoic proverb, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one," underscores the importance of aligning one's actions with ethical principles and virtues, rather than getting entangled in debates that are marred by logical fallacies or distractions. By embodying virtues such as wisdom, fairness, and integrity, individuals not only strengthen their own character but also contribute to a more constructive and meaningful discourse that is focused on genuine understanding and progress. To shield oneself from these fallacies, knowledge is the first line of defense. Educating oneself about the various types of logical fallacies and how they manifest in arguments provides a critical framework for discernment. It's akin to having a navigational map in the desert of discourse, enabling one to distinguish genuine arguments from deceptive tactics. Furthermore, cultivating critical thinking skills is crucial. Rather than accepting arguments at face value, critical thinkers question assumptions, analyze evidence, and assess the logical coherence of claims. This approach parallels a detective's quest for truth, uncovering facts amidst layers of rhetoric and persuasion. Lastly, it's essential to practice ethical argumentation by avoiding the use of logical fallacies oneself. By adhering to factual accuracy and logical reasoning in discussions, individuals contribute to a more transparent and constructive exchange of ideas. This commitment to intellectual integrity helps maintain the integrity of discourse and safeguards against manipulation and misinformation. In essence, vigilance against logical fallacies serves as a compass in the tumultuous sea of debate, guiding individuals toward reasoned conclusions and protecting them from the allure of superficially convincing yet ultimately flawed arguments. By honing these skills, individuals empower themselves to navigate complex discussions with clarity and discernment, ensuring that truth and reason prevail over deception and manipulation. Number 3. Gaslighting detection. Gaslighting, a term originating from the play and film Gaslight, refers to a form of psychological manipulation aimed at undermining a person's perception of reality. It operates subtly, like a psychological game where the manipulator attempts to distort the victim's sense of truth and sanity, leaving them doubting their own memories and experiences. Imagine walking into your home to find furniture rearranged, only to have someone insist nothing has changed. This scenario mirrors how gaslighting works, where the manipulator denies reality to make you question your own perception. For instance, if you distinctly recall an agreement made during a conversation, the manipulator might assert it never happened or twist the details to sow doubt in your memory. Denial is a common tactic in gaslighting, where the manipulator outright refuses to acknowledge the truth or dismisses your experiences as invalid. It's akin to insisting that your perception of events is mistaken, despite your certainty. This can leave individuals feeling bewildered and isolated, questioning their grasp on reality. Distorting facts is another insidious aspect of gaslighting. The manipulator may selectively present information or reinterpret events to undermine your confidence in your own memories. This distortion creates a maze of confusion where the victim struggles to discern what is real and what is manipulated. Trivialization is yet another form of gaslighting, where your emotions and concerns are belittled or mocked. For example, if you express distress over a situation, the manipulator might dismiss it as insignificant or label you as overly sensitive. This invalidation of your feelings can erode self-esteem and further deepen feelings of doubt and confusion. To effectively detect and counteract gaslighting, it is crucial to trust your intuition and maintain a clear record of events and interactions. Keeping a journal or documenting conversations can provide tangible evidence to validate your experiences and refute distortions. Seeking perspective from trusted friends or family members outside the situation can also offer clarity and support, affirming your perception of reality. Self-care practices are essential in mitigating the impact of gaslighting on emotional well-being. Building and maintaining self-esteem through positive affirmations and mindfulness techniques can strengthen resilience against manipulation tactics. Additionally, seeking professional guidance from therapists or counselors can provide valuable strategies for navigating and recovering from gaslighting experiences. Gaslighting is a harmful form of emotional manipulation that undermines an individual's sense of reality and self-worth. By educating oneself on its tactics and developing resilient strategies, one can protect against its damaging effects. Remember, your reality and experiences are valid, deserving of recognition and respect in all interactions. Maintaining clarity and confidence in your perceptions is essential in safeguarding against the insidious effects of gaslighting, ensuring your emotional well-being remains prioritized and secure. Number 4. Awareness of group pressure. Group pressure, whether overtly coercive or subtly persuasive, wields immense influence over our decisions and beliefs. It operates as a pervasive force in our social interactions, tapping into our innate desire for acceptance and belonging. Consider the dynamics of peer groups during adolescence, where conformity to fashion trends or shared interests often dictates social acceptance. This period is critical for identity formation, making individuals particularly susceptible to molding their beliefs and behaviors according to group norms. Understanding the mechanics of group pressure reveals its multifaceted nature. It can manifest through direct requests or suggestions from others, implicit expectations within a social circle, or the fear of exclusion for not adhering to collective attitudes. Research underscores how adolescents, in their quest to establish identity and belonging, frequently align themselves with peer norms, sometimes at the expense of personal authenticity. This underscores the pivotal role of developing robust self-esteem and self-awareness as buffers against external influences. In professional settings, group pressure can shape decision-making processes and team dynamics. For example, during collaborative meetings or brainstorming sessions, individuals may withhold dissenting opinions to preserve group harmony or avoid being perceived as disruptive. This phenomenon, known as groupthink, can hinder innovation and critical thinking within organizations, emphasizing the delicate balance between conformity and independent thought in workplace cultures. Resisting group pressure necessitates both internal fortitude and external support systems. Cultivating a strong sense of self rooted in personal values provides a steady compass amid social currents. This inner resilience empowers individuals to navigate diverse social environments with integrity, making decisions aligned with their beliefs rather than succumbing to external pressures. Furthermore, establishing relationships with like-minded peers who value individuality fosters a supportive network where one's autonomy is respected and affirmed. In today's digital age, group pressure extends beyond physical interactions to encompass virtual communities and social media platforms. Online trends and viral challenges can exert significant influence, compelling individuals to conform to popular opinions or behaviors to gain approval or validation. The immediacy and global reach of social media amplify both positive and negative aspects of group dynamics, underscoring the need for discernment and critical reflection in digital interactions. Psychological studies emphasize assertiveness and boundary setting as crucial tools for managing group pressure effectively. Assertive communication enables individuals to express their opinions and preferences confidently while maintaining respect for differing viewpoints. Learning to assert boundaries reinforces personal autonomy and strengthens decision-making abilities in the face of external pressures, promoting a sense of agency over one's choices and actions. Historical and contemporary examples illustrate the profound impact of group dynamics on societal norms and individual behavior. From historical events like the rise of totalitarian regimes to modern-day phenomena such as political polarization and cancel culture, group pressure can escalate to profound consequences when unchecked. Recognizing these risks underscores the importance of critical thinking and ethical decision-making grounded in personal values and societal responsibility. Navigating group pressure is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and social awareness. By cultivating a resilient sense of identity and engaging with supportive communities that embrace diversity of thought, individuals can navigate social pressures while staying true to their authentic selves. This process of self-actualization involves embracing uniqueness and contributing positively to collective dialogue and progress, fostering environments where individual voices are valued and respected, even amidst prevailing social currents. Thus, awareness of group pressure transcends mere resistance. It becomes a pathway to personal growth, societal cohesion, and ethical leadership in an interconnected world. Number 5. Identification of excessive flattery. Awareness of excessive flattery is crucial in recognizing when compliments are used not just to build rapport, but to manipulate. Excessive flattery, though initially flattering, can be a deceptive tactic, akin to a dazzling facade, concealing ulterior motives. When someone inundates you with effusive praise, it's natural to bask in the positivity without immediately questioning the underlying intentions. This manipulation preys on our desire for validation and recognition, creating an illusion that we are being genuinely appreciated when, in reality, we may be subtly coerced into compliance. It's important to maintain a discerning mindset, understanding that excessive praise often serves as a tool to exploit vulnerabilities. By bolstering our ego and inflating our sense of self-importance, manipulators seek to disarm our critical faculties and lower our defenses. Like a mirage in the desert, excessive flattery presents a distorted reflection of reality, enticing us to trust without scrutiny. To safeguard against falling prey to such manipulation, cultivating a balanced self-esteem is paramount. A realistic self-assessment enables us to distinguish genuine recognition from manipulative flattery. It's akin to having a compass that guides us through the maze of interpersonal dynamics, helping us navigate between authentic appreciation and disingenuous charm. Moreover, situational awareness plays a pivotal role. Context and frequency are key indicators. If compliments surge in instances where favors are sought or occur disproportionately, it's likely a ploy for influence rather than sincere admiration. Maintaining emotional distance allows us to appreciate compliments graciously while remaining vigilant against overindulging in unwarranted praise. Consulting trusted confidants can provide invaluable perspective. External viewpoints offer clarity, helping us gauge whether accolades are genuinely earned or strategically employed. Sincere compliments typically align with specific achievements or qualities, whereas manipulative flattery tends to be vague and disproportionate, designed to evoke emotional responses rather than genuine appreciation. Ultimately, learning to differentiate between authentic praise and manipulative tactics strengthens our interpersonal acumen. Genuine admiration enriches relationships based on mutual respect and sincerity, whereas excessive flattery undermines trust and distorts perceptions. By honing our ability to critically assess compliments, maintaining a grounded sense of self-worth, and nurturing relationships grounded in authenticity, we fortify ourselves against manipulation while fostering genuine connections built on trust and reciprocity. Number 6. Recognition of isolation tactics. As the Stoic proverb wisely reminds us, the wise man is neither raised up by prosperity nor cast down by adversity. This timeless wisdom underscores the importance of maintaining inner strength and resilience amidst life's challenges, including those posed by manipulative individuals who seek to isolate and control. Imagine finding yourself metaphorically marooned on an isolated island, cut off from the reassuring presence of your loved ones and trusted allies. This scenario vividly illustrates the strategy of isolation, where the manipulator methodically erodes your connections and support systems. They may subtly sow seeds of doubt about your relationships, casting shadows of suspicion over once solid bonds. Their tactics might escalate to overt demands for exclusivity, criticizing or devaluing the people in your life who offer different perspectives. It's akin to constructing an invisible barrier around you, gradually closing off avenues of communication and understanding with the outside world. To combat these tactics effectively, it's crucial to remain vigilant and proactive. Nurture and cherish your relationships, keeping lines of communication open and actively seeking diverse viewpoints. These connections serve as lifelines, grounding you in reality and offering invaluable emotional support that counters the manipulator's efforts to isolate and control. Meet Alex, a college student who recently joined a tight-knit group of friends at a new university. Initially, Alex feels welcomed and appreciated among this group, enjoying their shared interests in music, sports, and academic pursuits. However, as time goes on, Alex begins to notice subtle shifts in the dynamics within the group. One of the group members, Emma, initially appears friendly and supportive towards Alex. She takes a keen interest in Alex's life, offering advice and inviting Alex to spend more time together outside of group activities. At first, Alex appreciates Emma's attention and values her input on various aspects of university life. Gradually, Alex notices that Emma's friendship comes with conditions. Emma starts discouraging Alex from spending time with other friends outside the group, subtly implying that they may not have Alex's best interests at heart. She questions the intentions of Alex's other friends, suggesting they might be talking negatively about Alex behind their back. Unaware of Emma's manipulation tactics, Alex starts feeling increasingly dependent on Emma for social validation and emotional support. Alex's interactions with other friends become more strained as doubts planted by Emma about their loyalty and sincerity start to take root. As Alex becomes more isolated from their other friends, Emma escalates her efforts to control Alex's social interactions. She begins to monopolize Alex's time, insisting on exclusive hangouts and encouraging Alex to prioritize their friendship above all others. Emma subtly undermines Alex's confidence in their other friendships, making Alex feel guilty for wanting to spend time with anyone outside their immediate circle. Outside of the group, Alex's family and longtime friends notice a change in their behavior. Alex becomes more withdrawn, hesitant to share details about their college experiences or seek advice from those who have known them longest. They start missing family gatherings and canceling plans with childhood friends, citing various reasons but increasingly leaning on Emma's influence for guidance. Eventually, Alex's best friend from high school, who is now attending a different university, visits for a weekend. Over candid conversations and shared memories, Alex's best friend gently raises concerns about Alex's changing behavior and the impact of Emma's influence on their social life. Through this eye-opening conversation, Alex begins to realize the extent of Emma's isolation tactics. They recognize how Emma's manipulative behavior has eroded their connections with longtime friends and family, leaving Alex feeling isolated and dependent on Emma's approval for social validation. Armed with this awareness, Alex decides to take proactive steps to reclaim their autonomy and rebuild connections with other friends and family members. They initiate open and honest conversations with Emma about boundaries and the importance of maintaining diverse social connections. Alex also reaches out to old friends and family members, seeking to mend relationships and rebuild trust that had been strained during the period of isolation. In conclusion, Alex's experience highlights the insidious nature of isolation tactics in interpersonal relationships, even among close-knit groups of friends. It underscores the importance of recognizing manipulative behaviors early, maintaining boundaries, and seeking support from trusted sources to preserve one's autonomy and emotional well-being. By navigating these challenges with resilience and self-awareness, individuals like Alex can emerge stronger, fostering healthier relationships and a deeper sense of personal fulfillment. Setting clear boundaries becomes paramount in defending against isolation tactics. Assert your right to associate freely and spend time with those who uplift and respect you. Establishing these boundaries is akin to fortifying your emotional fortress, ensuring that only those who genuinely support your well-being are granted access. Trusting your instincts plays a pivotal role in this process. If you sense unease or discomfort about changes in your relationships or social dynamics, heed these internal signals. They serve as early warnings against manipulation, guiding you to assert your autonomy and protect your emotional health. Seeking external support is also essential. Consulting with a counselor, therapist, or trusted confidant provides objective insights and validation of your experiences. It reaffirms your reality and bolsters your confidence in navigating the complexities of interpersonal relationships. Recognizing and countering isolation tactics is about preserving your autonomy and emotional well-being. By remaining steadfast in your relationships, setting clear boundaries, trusting your instincts, and seeking support when needed, you reclaim control over your life's narrative. You cultivate relationships based on mutual respect and equality, shielding yourself from manipulation and ensuring your personal growth and happiness. Number 7. Being vigilant against ultimatums. Recognizing the use of ultimatums is crucial, as they often emerge as coercive tools designed to force swift decisions under intense pressure. Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice, confronted with a choice that appears straightforward yet carries profound implications. Manipulators deploy ultimatums to create a sense of urgency, narrowing your options to align with their desires. Detecting this tactic hinges on identifying when choices are presented in extreme terms, such as, "If you really cared, you would do this," or "Failure to comply will mean the end of our relationship." These phrases serve as stark indicators that someone seeks to manipulate your behavior through emotional pressure and coercion. Ultimatums initially appear reasonable, but upon closer inspection reveal a lack of respect for your autonomy and boundaries. They mask their true intent, akin to a deceptive guise that belies their true manipulative nature. Effectively managing ultimatums involves taking a pause to gather your thoughts and resist succumbing to immediate demands. Despite the urgency imposed, remember that you almost always have more time for thoughtful consideration than initially perceived. Think of it as hitting the pause button in a game, allowing for a moment of reflection and strategic planning. Moreover, carefully evaluate the consequences of each option presented. Ultimatums often exaggerate the negatives of one choice while downplaying alternatives, yet a thorough examination of long-term implications may reveal a path more aligned with your values and aspirations. It's akin to consulting a comprehensive map before embarking on a journey, enabling you to anticipate various routes and their outcomes. Another effective strategy is assertively communicating your feelings and boundaries. Expressing how an ultimatum impacts you and clearly outlining what you are willing or unwilling to accept reaffirms your autonomy and strengthens your resolve. Picture firmly planting your feet on solid ground, resilient against external pressures. Lastly, if ultimatums persist in a relationship, it necessitates a deeper reassessment. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and understanding, devoid of coercive tactics or threats. Remaining vigilant against ultimatums and adeptly managing them are essential for preserving your freedom of choice and ensuring decisions are guided by your best interests rather than external pressures. Maintain composure, deliberate thoughtfully, and assert your boundaries. These are pivotal steps in navigating the complexities of ultimatums with confidence and clarity. Number 8. Understanding and confronting blame tactics. Blame is a sophisticated form of manipulation, insidiously weaving its way into relationships and interactions like a slow-acting toxin that erodes self-confidence and distorts perceptions. It manifests when someone attempts to shift responsibility for their actions or emotions onto you, creating a pervasive sense of guilt and self-doubt. Recognizing blame requires a keen awareness of subtle cues where others attempt to make you feel accountable for their feelings or behaviors. This can take various forms, such as phrases like, "You always make me feel this way when you do that," or, "If it weren't for your actions, things wouldn't have turned out like this." It's akin to being handed a funhouse mirror that distorts your every move into a reflection of fault and inadequacy. To effectively combat blame, it's essential to assert your own reality and assert the validity of your emotions and perceptions. Refuse to allow others to rewrite your narrative or impose unwarranted guilt upon you. Picture yourself wielding a shield of self-assurance, deflecting the toxic accusations aimed your way. Engaging in thoughtful self-reflection before accepting blame is a powerful strategy. Evaluate whether you genuinely bear responsibility for the situation and whether the accusations align with reality. This introspective process is akin to consulting a detailed map before embarking on a journey, ensuring you navigate from a place of clarity and conviction. Effective communication plays a pivotal role in mitigating the impact of blame. Clearly articulate your feelings when unfairly accused and establish firm boundaries. For example, assertively stating, "I understand you're upset, but I can't accept responsibility for your reaction," establishes a clear boundary and protects your emotional well-being. Think of it as erecting a "do not disturb" sign in your emotional sanctuary. Moreover, cultivating a supportive and respectful social circle is crucial. Surround yourself with individuals who value open communication and mutual respect. A healthy social environment acts as fertile ground where your confidence can flourish, contrasted with toxic relationships that resemble barren soil, stifling personal growth and emotional well-being. In summary, recognizing and confronting blame is essential for maintaining emotional resilience and self-worth. By developing a keen awareness of manipulative tactics and actively challenging them, you reclaim agency over your thoughts and actions. Uphold clarity of mind, fortify your emotional boundaries, and nurture a positive social environment to navigate interpersonal challenges with confidence and integrity. This proactive approach ensures that you preserve your emotional well-being amidst the complexities of human relationships. Number 9. Awareness of information overload. Now, let's talk about beware of situations where you are overwhelmed with information, often complex or confusing, to hinder your ability to make clear decisions. Information overload is like a storm in your mind. Imagine being in the center of a hurricane of data, facts, and figures swirling around you in all directions. This can make you feel confused, overwhelmed, and ultimately incapable of making informed, rational decisions. This manipulation tactic relies on flooding you with so much detail that you can't see the forest for the trees. Manipulators use this strategy to disorient you, making you more susceptible to their influences or demands. It's like being given a puzzle with too many pieces, expecting you to give up and let them take control. You know what? To protect yourself from this information storm, the first step is to recognize when you are being inundated with too much data. If you find yourself in a situation where the amount of information is overwhelming, take a moment to breathe. It's like pausing in the middle of a frenetic movie to understand the plot. Then, try to simplify the information. Breaking down the data into smaller, more manageable parts is similar to dismantling a complicated engine piece by piece, making it easier to understand and handle. Another effective technique is to ask questions. Questions clarifying doubts can dispel the fog of confusion. Do not be afraid to say, "I don't understand. Can you explain it differently?" It's like asking someone to turn on a flashlight in a dark room. Additionally, seek external opinions or advice. Consulting with an impartial third party can give you a fresh and objective perspective. It's like looking at a map from above, offering a clear view of the landscape. Finally, the thing you need to do is trust your instincts. If something feels overwhelming or confusing, it could be a sign that you are being manipulated. It's like an internal radar alerting you to potential dangers. In general, being aware of information overload is key to maintaining your autonomy and decision-making ability. By recognizing, simplifying, asking questions, and seeking advice, you can remain calm in the eye of the informational storm and make decisions that are truly yours. Remember, In a world where information is power, protecting your mind is protecting your most valuable fortress. Number 10. Identifying topic shifting. The last part, but almost the most important in this topic. Note when someone constantly changes topics to avoid responsibility or to confuse you. Topic shifting is like a magic trick in a conversation. One moment you're discussing an important issue, and suddenly the topic shifts to something completely different, leaving you puzzled and disoriented. This tactic is used to divert attention from sensitive or compromising topics and is a subtle but powerful form of manipulation. Think of it as being on a clear path and suddenly finding yourself in a maze of dead-end conversations. Manipulators are experts at this game of misdirection. When cornered or questioned, they quickly change the topic to evade responsibility or scrutiny. It's like a dancer performing an elegant step to avoid stepping on dangerous ground. To stay grounded amidst these conversational twists and turns, the first step is to recognize when it's happening. If you notice that the topic changes suddenly without a logical transition, it can be a red flag. It's like realizing that the landscape has suddenly changed on a journey. Once you identify a topic shift, try to steer the conversation back to the original issue. You might say something like, "That's interesting, but I'd like to return to what we were discussing before." It's like a captain redirecting their ship to the original course after a detour. Maintain calm and firmness, and don't get swept away by the current of irrelevant topics. It's like maintaining balance in the midst of strong winds. If the topic shift continues, directly question the intention. You can ask, "Why are we changing the topic?" It's similar to turning on a light in a dark room, revealing what is being hidden. Finally, establish clear boundaries in communication. If you feel the conversation is not productive or is constantly veering off course, it's okay to end the discussion. It's like knowing when it's time to leave a game that is not being played by fair rules. Identifying topic shifting is crucial for maintaining honest and transparent communication. By recognizing, redirecting, and questioning these changes, you affirm your right to a meaningful and respectful conversation. Remember, in the art of conversation, staying the course is as important as knowing how to navigate. In this journey through the 10 ways to recognize and confront manipulation, we have explored a range of tactics used by those who seek to influence our decisions, emotions, and perceptions in an unethical manner. From emotional manipulation to topic shifting, each strategy reveals how manipulators operate and how we can defend ourselves to maintain our autonomy and integrity. It's important to remember that awareness is our most powerful shield. By knowing these tactics, we are better equipped to identify and counteract attempts at manipulation in our daily lives. It's like having a map in complicated territory, guiding us towards safety. Manipulation can present itself in various forms and in different areas of our lives, whether in personal relationships, the workplace, or even the public sphere. However, with the right knowledge and skills, we can stand firm against these challenges, protecting our minds and emotions from unwanted influences. If any part of this message has been helpful to you, leave us your like and comment, helping the algorithm recommend it to someone who needs it at this time. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new videos. And if you look through the videos we've already uploaded, you're sure to find something to take with you. Have a good day. Which of these 10 ways to recognize manipulation resonated with you the most? Have you experienced any of these tactics in your life? How have you dealt with them, and what strategies have you found most effective? And plus, you're invited to share your experiences and reflections in the comments. They are not only valuable to me, but also to other readers who may be seeking guidance and support. Together, we can create a community of learning and support where we share knowledge and experiences to effectively confront manipulation. Thank you so much and hope to see you there. Dear Stoic,